Ba-da. Ba-da. Okay. Looks like my audio is good. I'm gonna go ahead and put on music and wait a couple minutes, and I'll be back. Oakley dokley. I am getting ready to start in a moment. Hello, PLV. Welcome, welcome. There are no files open yet, but thank you. I will go ahead and correct my spine though before the stream starts. Scoot up my chair. There we go. Let's go ahead and hit gaming. How are you, PLV? I haven't seen you in a while. Also, I haven't been streaming in a while, so. When was the last time I streamed before? Yes, 2 days ago. Let me check. YouTube. Was he here on Friday? Oh, I didn't see him, so. If he didn't say anything, I didn't know I don't know he exists. Your videos. When was this video posted? Something about damage scaling being bad. When was this posted? Analytics. Yeah, the beginning of June was the last time I posted. So it's been like 2 months since I streamed. Oh yeah, Dragon Mantle. Yeah, no, Dragon Mantle's scaling was dumb. It's not that it scaled. One, it's bad, but it was dumb. Like it didn't make sense. It's now more of a consistent scaling damage type now. Hella buffed. Thing is, I have to be careful with that skill because it's 2 hits for every time it triggers, so his damage is actually doubled. Okay, so today we are going to go over. Noel has been working on helping write a new tutorial. This has been in the work for like a year and a half. I'd have to take a look at the notes, but I'm pretty sure it's been like a year and a half. It's been on my to-do list. It's pretty high up on the to-do list too. So I'm gonna read through it, see if there's anything I see issues with. I'm pretty sure he's had feedback already a little bit before with me because we've been talking about this for so long. And then we will be potentially starting the code. Okay, start in earnest. So that's one way to do it, but I prefer. So I think in his notes there's somewhere about removing or reducing skill points from passive job. I actually think moving it to one skill point as a platinum skill for complete the tutorial is good enough. So to convert everything, all 9 skill levels into one level, probably good enough. That's what I did with my side project. Or no, it wasn't my side project. That was the project I was working on with the GG. Hotshot GG. When he was doing RO stuff. Before that project fell apart. Oh, okay. I don't actually, I haven't read everything. I thought I felt air on the back of my head with my fan. About to say, did somebody walk in my room and start fluffing my hair? I have a donut and milk here, so at some point in time I'll eat those, but let's go ahead and make this smaller so it fits on fucking screen. There we go. Let's see. Can you guys see the top of this? You cannot see the top of this. Okay, let's scroll this down a bit. Okay, so there we go. Okay. One more line, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, one more line. And then the bottom. You can see the bottom just fine. Okay. Yeah, no, I did see that in the notes because I was in the like top part of one of the documents, and I can see the top part of the documents in Discord still. So, okay, so Tome of Worldly Knowledge. Okay, this is going to be a dialog box, basically item. Basic UI, left click, right click, hotkeys. These can actually be tooltips, by the way. So you know how the tips button on the UI, I'll actually load up my start the server up and I pull up client if I need. On the UX, there is the tooltip button. You can actually link that via this. No. You can actually create links to tooltips in here. I forget the syntax for it, and I have to double check to make sure it can be used in a book. I know it can be used in an NPC though. So if this is an NPC book, which I'm not sure if this is NPC book or if this is what's it called book. But either way, we can find out. I'm pretty sure you can put tooltips in the books themselves though. Stats and their values. Yeah, that sounds makes sense. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, and the 6 is the ID of the tooltip. Okay. I'm not sure if it can be used in a book, though, PLB. Yeah, this is how we can have images, exactly. We'll have to make images, if that's not a big deal. Realistically, that's not a big deal. It's just a screenshot with some text. Even I can Photoshop that, so... my fucking closet is open, so you can see the mess back there. Oh well. Okay, strength, how it is attack scaling works. This is all generic information. This is fine. Is that all this book is? Inventory hotbar. Talking about at command, what CAFR is. And then custom mechanics. Yeah. And probably add a at book command or something like that. So that players can just call the book with a command and they can get rid of this book at some point. So it doesn't take an inventory slot. Yeah. Hopefully, I would like to eliminate the need for a wiki period. That was one of my goals for the II update, which... I ended up having to semi-cancel. Yeah, just make it buyable for like 1 zenny. Or even 0 zenny. Just make it free. Okay. Okay. As long as there's an option to get it free. This whole document is just about the book, right? Though there's nothing else in here. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here. So I'll skip reading all the details on that one, so that one doesn't matter. Or it does matter, but it doesn't matter for the sake of the. We'll do document 3. Okay, this is the tutorial content in big instance, and this is the. Oh yeah, here's where I saw the NV jab. Okay. Player spawns. Instance blinded. 2 NPCs talking. Skip tutorial. Yep. Talk about which tutorial version you want. And then dialogue. NPC dialogue. Sleep 2. Sleep 2. To make sure for the blind. You said you want to start them blinded? Every dog has 2-second steps, so okay, that's fair. I'm perfectly fine with having 2 seconds might actually be too long. I'll see how long it takes me to read it, because I am a very quick reader. It might only need like 1.5 seconds, because you're going to skip who says it. And then self-said stuff. Yeah. I'm just saying 2 seconds might be too long. It feels like a long time. It's a really long time. It sounds short, but when you consider like video game fights often last like seconds. Like you take a look at League's my only like real competitive game I played, so you can also do sleep 500, mess sleep 500. That I don't like that method as much PLV, because I typically like to do this for my dialogue. I typically like to do it as one line like that when I write my dialogue. But obviously, since he already wrote the code part, I don't actually. Would he probably do that? Because I would just. Yeah. Yeah. And then, so self-talking. Heads up, I am very strongly opinionated that self-talk should be always a select or a prompt, not a dialogue box. Because you should have to select the thing you say, not just hit it. Even if it's just spamming enter still. That's one of those things that it bothers me when you don't have the option to select your dialogue, even if there's only one choice. So this might actually end up switching to like that, though it is the first dialogue option that you see. Oh no, it would be not the first because you see this first. Also, is this dialogue? No dialogue box. Okay. So this is going to be like the start of the instance of the sewer dungeon. Last time sewer, yeah. I was thinking my custom one sewer, but yeah, last time as well. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Controls, spawn, give them a knife. Do we want to, by the way, you can actually set them so they don't get any items to start with, so they literally have no items until the NPCs give it to them. So you could actually just give them the knife here and equip it if you wanted to. You can auto-equip items as well. In case you didn't know that, you can auto-equip items when they receive it. Show images for current tutorial. Spawn a green plant. Kill the green plant. And this is a solo instance, right? Okay. I probably would just leave it solo since I don't. At least the tutorial part, just make that solo because you can skip it. They would just rejoin the. So I would probably do a variable, a character variable, on every single check. So every single time you hit next, there should be a character variable, and just continue where you left off. So you would actually want to code it like. That's the best way to handle disconnects. Typically on normal NPCs, what I do is anytime you delete an item, anytime a variable changes, you change, or every time you need to change like a UI or something like that, that's when you do it. So if you fall out of a massive dialog box, you just read the dialog box. Either you fall in the middle, but if you get to the end of it, that's when you do an update. Older NPCs don't do that as much. They kind of like fuck you. And then some NPCs actually like delete items, then save a variable. I'm usually against that. Who's pinged? Someone pinged me on Discord. Oh, PLV. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he sent me his book. I'm assuming those are tutorial links. PLV. Did you get a new account? PLV. Okay, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I had you added before, and I've had a conversation with you before in Discord. Okay. Okay, so spawn a green plant, kill the green plant, open dialog boxes, more dialog boxes, Alt A, brief description of the stats. If we create links to what stats do in a tooltip for like the book, we can also link them here as well. I mean, still say the words, but also have the links. As what I was saying. Exhaust dialogue, mini map guidance. Okay. Probably use Golden Star to indicate quest. Yeah. I don't do that a lot. I've only started recently doing that, and a lot of old NPCs are like really outdated. Honestly, I wish there's a lot of stuff I would change like from the ground up, but I'm not going to go back and change it type thing. Give you potions. Okay, yep. Wait 3 seconds. Thief bug, okay. On kill, okay. So when you kill it. I'm assuming that means on the bug's death, not on the player's death. There you go. Yay, linguistics. Both are valid both ways. Even if you say on kill, on player kill, or on bug kill. Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of my donut or my fritter. Oh god, that's good. Kill it, yeah. Automatically start the dialog box. That's easy enough to do. Okay. Repeating dialog, okay. Equipment, courtyard. These are the map names, by the way, right? Okay. Could you do me a favor? list all the map names at the top. It'll make making the instance easier. That way I don't think you'll scroll through and look for them all as I'm going. Paper towels at my desk because my desk is glass. Okay, give quest, open equipment menu, give player their jacket. If they lose the jacket, I'm going to go ahead and make this a special item. Let me go ahead and use custom ID sells for 0. That way players can't like drop a bunch of them, pick them all up, and then sell them. I know, but also in case, I'm assuming this is a no drop map. No drop, all that jazz. Okay. Probably map flags also need to be in their own category because I didn't see anything about map flags. No drop, no HP. Okay. Just no nothing. Okay. Just something that is missing that we'll need. Ward the Warden. God, terrible name. I love it. That looks like a name I would pick, by the way. 100% looks like a name I would put. That or I'd Google like what Warden is in other languages and use that as a name. I do that a lot. Can't be bothered, yeah. Yeah, fair. Okay. Weapon, Ward of the War. Skill points, yep. I probably shouldn't do skill points until after. Yeah, it is often better to just go what they are. You gave job level 3 at the Thief Bug. It might be better to wait until you're actually talking about skills. That way the skill button doesn't appear. Yeah. You can just give the experience here instead. That's no big deal. That way players don't get ahead of themselves and start doing things. Because if a player, I'm assuming a brand new player never played RO. Not likely, but brand new player never played RO because we get those occasionally. The bottom right hand corner popping up as a thing, and the bottom left hand corner popping up as a thing for stats and skill points. Those should appear at the same time. Go ahead and give experience so the experience bar fills up, but not enough to level up. So just get both bars like 99%. When it dies, okay, that proper grammar that time. That bar is too high. We can also use custom mobs. Like custom mobs are an option as well, so you don't have to rely on actual official mobs. I'm perfectly fine making custom mobs for the zone, particularly if they're reskin. Those are really easy to make because they don't even require like client side. Do you? First dialog box. Sleep 2 next. I have not noticed. I will definitely notice when I'm typing it out, though. Oh, there's an older fire? Okay. I'm of the opinion, I think you should say the line, whatever they say, at the start of every line next. If you say next, you should say the name again. That way you know who is talking. I can remember, assume everybody's an idiot. Always assume everybody's an idiot. It makes your life much easier. Obviously, NPC talk will show up over the NPC's head, so you'll know who's talking that way. CAFRA NPC, we're getting the CAFRA, L services, warp gate management. As long as it doesn't increase the number of lines past the length of the box, keep the name. If it doesn't like extend the word past, or if it's like mid-sentence where you need multiple lines, then okay. Because it's obviously him still talking. As long as it's not like a no reaction. So if you respond, don't do it. If you don't respond, it's fine. Like this one right here, so that's fine. Because they're saying, well, this is actually you reading, but a bad example. But like this CAFRA right here is talking to you and continue talking. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then in that case, you can get away with it. Okay, you said you changed L service. Butterfly wing, fly wing. Each holding 600 items. Talking about the different selections, categories. Okay. Rune Midgar. Also, you mentioned you were going to add Rune Midgar as an option to start from the beginning. I'm fine with that, by the way. I think you should pick, at the end of the tutorial, you should pick a class, and you should get teleported to the NPC to do the quest. Okay. Yeah, so every single, you should just teleport to the town, and preferably with a quest pointing to the NPC. That's fine, that's fine. That can be dynamic. We want to be able to get to the first jobs as fast as possible after the tutorial. Also, if you skip the tutorial, do you just get the job levels, or do you have to go grind them? That's the other question then. Or does it just give you the levels like if you completed it? Also, do we want to force NPCs? Only gives you 9 levels. I would say just give you 10. Even if you have to like add a part at the end where you have to fight a couple of monsters. Or you're selling Zeni, or what pick something, one of the sections that you just add some more levels. You have enough monsters to level, okay. So that way you end up at 10. Or job level 10. Base level doesn't matter. Base level can be 1 as far as I'm concerned. Your job level needs to be 10. That's it. And technically, job level doesn't need to be 10. I can just lower the max level of novice as well. So in max level of novice, you can go down to 9, for example. Whatever it is, so that skill points even out. Yeah. Let me go ahead and read this now. Okay, 3 attack plus 1 hit per and 100% magic attack. Is that 100% attack and magic attack, or just 100% magic attack? So it's just 100% magic attack. Probably bad. Also, 100% magic attack, depending on the cast time, might actually just be better than mage skills. Okay. Probably drop it down to 100% attack, 50% magic attack. If it doesn't, because it doesn't have a cast time, it'll just be better than magic skills. Fucking firebolt level 1. The flat tap bonus. 1 per level. How many levels? He doesn't say. But it is melee? Okay. 9 levels? Okay. If it's... don't worry about the level max. If it adds a flat attack and a flat hit, the flat attack part... and this can be done through the quest as well. We can leave it level 9 and just unlock it through quest as you progress through the quest. And if these 2 levels are blank, remove them. There's no point in having them. If we're gonna rework it, might as well full rework it. As BC, novice jab. I think this skill actually might be too strong, because that is 27 attack, 27 attack, on a 100% attack damage skill. That would do better than Bash level 2, right? Let me double check Bash's numbers. Arthena. Because you'll have, is it 57 attack? Right? From the... Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about level 1 or 2. Like, just looking at Bash. Because you typically use Bash level 1 or 2. SM Bash. I think Bash is like 110, right? It's 5 hit per level, which is... Sorry, it's 30% per level. So 100... That's fair. I mean... No. I'm talking about actually leveling. Your first few levels, you don't have 10 skill points yet. That's what I'm talking about. And then people will often grab Sword Mastery and Regen, and only get Bash like level 2 or 3. They'll get Bash high enough so they one shot or 2 shot, and they'll get points in other things. Usually, Sword Mastery, from what I've seen. Or they just AA, yeah, that's fine. That's fair too. Yeah, so this will outscale Bash until level 4 or 5, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just shouldn't. I don't think it should outscale Bash. It doesn't have a scaling attack and magic attack, right? It's just 100% flat. Okay, in that case, it's probably fine. Particularly if it's your only skill pool you can level up anyways. It's such a good song. Fucking Monastery in Disguise. Oh, you don't... Oh, shit, you don't hear the song. Can you hear that now? Sorry, I thought you guys were listening to me the whole time. Oh, I can... is it good now? Is that 70% right now. I don't want it to be too loud. I didn't realize my audio mixer actually fixed itself and is separating my desktop audio and my music audio now. Let me test something real quick. Is this desktop or music? Let me pause. I need to load up a website that has audio, so let me pull up YouTube real quick. Let's see. Let's grab a video. Let's grab a Minecraft video. Okay, yeah, it looks like my audio is not picking up my other stuff and just picking up music now. That's great. Okay. Glad it fixed itself. Play. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. So this right here. Do we want this to be mandatory once? If this unlocks after you've done it once? Or so now let's hide this menu option until you do it once. Also, I want no like midway skip, so you decide at the beginning. I'm of the opinion that you should have to do the tutorial once per account. They can fall back on the book. That's fair. And then the other question was, do we want to give them experience? And then we want the experience and gear to scale with which quest they do. So you hit yes, skip. Does it just let you pick a class and then go? Actually, let me see if you say that. I have a donut in my hands. That's a fairly big design decision for it. Both have valids. Not. Thing is, if they do the tutorial, I want the tutorial to encompass everything they should have to do as a novice. So they should never have to. They should not have to level up at all as a novice. Once they do the tutorial. You can, if you need to, you can also add like multiple field maps and make someone travel through fields to like get to this end of the tutorial or something like that, with monsters in it that give experience. If you wanted to force experience, but it should be part of the tutorial itself. So at the end of the tutorial, you should be first job, basically. That works. You can also just clone another map. So if you want to clone one of the Runeterra mines, or you want to clone coal mines, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is the same stuff we just looked at. Yeah, this is that same stuff, right? Jafra. Okay, yeah. Scroll a bit further. Okay. Just tell me. Do you know where I need to scroll to? Mini maps, equipment is all looks the same. Cafra. Options. Oh, I see you flushed out the custom button some more. Okay, that's good. Refining. I'm assuming this is in order as well. Elemental table. Overweight. Mining. Okay. Warp gate. I figured as much. I'll probably put this to like aside and test it. And obviously you're missing like the the actual like script stuff as well, or like the instance as well. So there's no instance variables here at all. Tome of class promotion, total knowledge. Show Runeterra, show. Yeah. Bounty board, yeah. I figured as much. I do some of that already. I don't know if you've played new characters since then. When I added the like level 50 first job triggers and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine doing this. Weapon mastery level might actually be tricky. Weapon mastery is fully SRC based. There is no client. There's no script for it, so it's all source based. I can still do it. I can still make this announcement. It just has to be written into source code, which isn't a big deal. It's just an announce, self-announce on your first thing up. Other major thing. Do we want to rework mining? Do we want to rework the ETC effects, mastery, mining, farming, fishing, whatever other ones I add and don't add, to be per character or per account? Weapon mastery is probably going to stay per character because that one ends up leveling up with you, and it's good at setup to keep leveling up. Mining, I can see being per account. Okay. Treasure's already per account, so. And enchanting's already per account. Well, kinda. Maybe cooking per character too. I could see cooking be per account though. Like. But that's a really small one. It does not take long to get max level cooking. I'm quite aggressive with the experience on that, actually. I'm pretty sure it's faster than an OG cooking, right? Because of the way it multiplies as you level it up. Not sure, okay. I'd have to check the math on it, but I'm pretty sure it's just outright faster. Okay. Yeah, so the fresh food thing was a bug in the script. It was checking for the item and then not deleting the item because it was a rental item. So I had to check a rental. That was a fun bug. Let's see, I got a message on Discord. Let me check what it is. There's somebody pegging me about fucking read. Do you know how to read a file? Okay, sorry. Keysmith for keys. Collect first AFK chest. Yeah, that's all within script. That's good, doable. Enchanting. I'd have to look into how to do that one. I know we can do it the first time you drop this, set a variable and stuff. Okay. Private. Okay, bounty board. I believe this is 16 hours, by the way. Not 18 hours. Let me double check. Import quest. Quest DB. Bounty. Yeah, plus 16 hours. So, small correction there. Also, you've mentioned multiple times that monsters' damage is based on how far they are. It shouldn't be. Monsters' damage type is based on how far they are. It should just be consistent with skill. There is a config setting in our Athena for it, and I'm 99% sure I have it set to not be that one. To be consistent. Because I don't like the inconsistency of a skill. If you see sharpshooting, it should be ranged. If you see bash, it should be melee. Not based on how far the monster is. Okay, yeah, that's all doable. Yeah, this looks good overall. That my major ones are the basic skill. It can be condensed to one level if you want. Just let me know. And yes, this is doable. It just required me saving the variables as player variables. And then we need to decide if we want to give players if they skip, do they get everything from doing it? I'm fine with them skipping this one and only doing this one. That's perfectly fine by me. I think they should. But they should probably should treat it like if they did this, if they do the Ein one. But if they skip it outright, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, skip it. I'm too lazy to... Yeah. But I'm not sure on skip. I don't think did you... let me see. Option 1, option 2. Where is... Do you have any dialogue for option 3? Or just send you to Alberta. Or send you to Frontera or whatever. Thank you. Okay. So you work to Islud. Okay. That's fair. I like that. Automatically your hit NPC, pretending to be sailor NPC. Tome. What is tome class progression? I actually meant to ask this earlier. There it is. Yeah, you don't actually say what it is. You only. And worldly knowledge and red potion. That's fine. Okay. So what is the tome of class progression or class promotion? Sorry. Okay. First job and manuals tied to them. Okay. Do we want the manuals tied to them still? Or should we remove those outright? 11 to 2? Okay. Or should they be attached to the tutorial only? So you can only get them if you're doing the tutorial. I think they should be removed after. You should have access to them after the tutorial. Like a lot of players I know do. So once you leave the tutorial, you should not have access to them at all. I said after the tutorial. You don't want to use them? Okay. Ah. Yeah, because if you finish the tutorial, you should basically just go to the job. So I think for this, I'd rather change this. The outro part. Maybe do a select which job you want to turn into. So if you skip the tutorial, it defaults. But if you do the tutorial, you can select which job you want. You have a perfect solution with mining stuff? Okay. I will, I'll let you cook some more, but I think you should be able to pick which job you want and just go there. Maybe teleport you to Izlut and then have you travel there? Okay. You just the manuals up there. Yeah, that's fair. But you just also just give you all the manuals. Just let you pick and choose. And then delete them whenever you leave. Whenever you, yeah, okay. That works perfectly. Here's 12, 13 fucking books. Have fun. Have fun with these accessories. Yeah, that works really good. Well, the 9 worlds. I'm gonna have to read that in a minute. Read them. Yeah, if you need to change anything about them, that's fine. And if we need to add new ones, that's also fine. For Super Novice now, because Super Novice is technically a first class. Do we want that to be an option, or do we want to keep that like hidden? I'm fine with side jobs. Okay, hidden. I'm fine with like Taekwon being an option and Necromancer being an option, and all those. I'm fine with all those being options. Just not. I'm not sure. I think Super Novice should stay like. New players should not start as. Okay, that's very valid. At some point in time, I need to update Super Novice for Druid and Valkyrie as well. Or Astro and all that means is adding skills. No, it doesn't. It's not actually more work. It's literally opening one file, adding the skills, closing the file. Also, yes, SG rework is at the top of the list. Well, kinda. This is up there too. And I really want to do the Bard and Dancer rework, but I won't do that until Starlighter's done. Even though I did some proof of concept stuff, which is fun to work on, by the way. I wrote the 4 notes. I wrote that code up. Yeah, I think this looks good. I can probably start converting it into a script this upcoming week. I think I'll be free starting Wednesday. Yeah. I work Tuesday. I worked today too, but I got home and decided to stream. An additional note. I don't know. So there's 2 I was thinking either, because you have to unlock these skills to play the song still. So I'm going to just do it down here. So you get A, B, C, D, right? we can always put D behind trans. But in order to play the song, you have to learn the song. So you still have to learn Ugly Dance. You still have to learn all those. So you can't just play the song without learning it first. So you still, these are basically platinum skills. They're not platinum skills, but you need to unlock. Every skill will require the prerequisite notes to unlock it. So you basically need to put 3 points to play any song. I did find, I have an issue I want to try and figure out. Actually, PLV, I don't know if he's still here, might be able to help me with it. I don't think he's still here. I think he's gone, yeah. I think it's just you, actually. Oh, no, it says PLV is still here, but at least, yeah. It says 2, so. I wasn't sure if that was mine or, because I don't know. Sometimes mine counts and other times it doesn't. I don't understand. I've literally been streaming solo and nobody's been in chat and it says 1. So, so I can actually pull up that code real quick. Hello? Open. Oh, wrong screen. Let's go ahead and hide Notepad++, and then open up my coding, which apparently is on the wrong fucking thing again. Okay, there we go. And if we go to, let's go ahead and shrink this shit. That big. Then we want to BD underscore Doot1. Yeah, there it is. Go to definition. By the way, that's literally what they're called, is Doot. Final references. So there's the damage ratio, and then the attack type. Doot 1 and Doot 2 are offensive. Doot 3 and Doot 4 are defensive, are support skills. Start Doot. Yeah, and then this is the combo for the song. 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C. What's up, PLB? I was going to ask you about a visual thing. You know the white flash when you cast skills sometimes? Or oftentimes? Do you know how to get rid of that, by chance? I've gotten rid of it before, I can't remember how. Because it's currently on a couple of my skills, including one of the gunslinger skills, which I really want to remove it from. The gunslinger shotgun skill fucking flashes, flashbangs you every single time you attack, auto attack. Which I guess I can show that. What servers are we running? Start client. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Job, gunslinger, at item, shotgun. What's a shotgun? At job, hotel, and. No, there's a way you can get rid of without like making it disappear, removing its effect. At job. How do you spell rebellion? Is it 2 L's? Yeah, 2 L's. Okay. And I need a shotgun ID. At J level 99, at all skills, at spawn 1905. Okay. And if we grab, what's a shotgun? I'll rate my server. Item, shotgun. Gloria shotgun, soldier shotgun. Item, equipment, weapon, shotgun, Black Rose, thank you. At item, okay. And then, I do have bullets, okay. So, see, yeah, that right there. See how it flashes you white? On skill cast? I want to get rid of that shit. Okay. I know I've gotten rid of it. I just don't remember how. Because that is not a multi-hit skill, by the way. That's a single hit skill. But it happens even on multi-hit skills, too. Yeah, that's coded as a single hit skill. Yeah. It is skill activation effect, but it's not always triggering. So if you do, even custom skills don't always trigger it. And then there's also an issue with like magic hits versus physical hits. Magic hits are more likely to cause position lag than physical hits. Like for you, not for the caster, not for the defender. Okay. I'll have to figure it out. I think one of the songs does that. I don't remember if it's physical, if it's one or two, if it's one or two, but one of the two does it. But yeah, here's how the skills work. Obviously, I haven't written the new skills yet. There's 4 new skills added for this to be every skill. But this is every combination of skill. So by unlocking 1, 2, 3, you unlock this skill, this skill, this skill, this skill, this skill, this skill. You unlock knee deep in the dude, yeah. So yeah, this is just a calculation for how to do it. So it just says SC value 1 minus NPC exertion. That's just, don't worry about that. Times 100 times 10 times 0, which sets it to 1, 2, 3. 4, depending on which node it is. Oh, yeah. It might be fly SD animation, but I think I've already done that for the one I was just showing you. Shotgun. Final references. Yeah. Shotgun already has SD level and SD animations. It might also need splash or preamble. I'm gonna actually work on this for a moment. See if I can fix it. This is skill ID. It's vehicle attack. Okay. Skill additional effects. This would not be on basic attack. This one is basic attack. Okay. These run special effects with shotgun check and RG Storm casts as a bunch. Fire Dance casts as a bunch. Skill default. Shotgun and shotgun. And last one. Desperado. Okay. Build solution. Let's see if that fixes it. He might be right. A few of those are not values are not used. It's fine. Minimize, run client, run server, unminimize. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While this loads, I'm gonna eat some more of my donut. Or fritter. Not even a donut technically, but okay, I'm back. Or thing's done. Okay. Yeah, spawn 1905. Yeah, no, it still does it. Okay. It might be something client side. I might have to do. I might have to add a fake animation to the EF skill effect. The skill effect LUA file that tells it to do an animation and then just have it be a blank animation. That might work. I'll have to play with it. Particularly the self-cast skill, because basically that's casting 12 times, 11 times? How many times is it? Shotgun basic, case. Get skill time, thank you. That's very helpful. Skill DB. It's 10 shots. Yeah. So you hit 11 times for the auto attack. Let's go ahead and hide RO. Yeah. Min delay, max delay. Guess the delay is somewhere between that. It is randomized, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Min delay plus random max delay. Technically, that's not actually how, not min delay, max delay. That's minimum delay, random delay. That way they don't all cast at the same time. And they all cast within a 150 millisecond period. Well, technically it's a 135 millisecond period, but with a 15 millisecond delay after your auto attack. What is this? That is it's really satisfying skill to use, or it's really satisfying to use the auto attack of shotguns. But that fucking flash is super annoying. I was playing with it a couple weeks ago, and it was bothering me a lot. So I didn't fix it then because I didn't bother. But yeah, what I just did didn't fix it. Okay. Oh look, Ich ban. Can I do it from here, or do I have to? Yeah, ban. Actually, did that guy get banned? That rapper? Do you know what I'm talking about or no? The rapper who like no clue. Okay, there's some guy. He was streaming and then like his overnight views went up by like 6,000, and then he just straight up admit that he's botting. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm botting. Everybody does it. Um, and since he admitted it, Twitch people called Twitch out on it. It's like, hey, if he's admitted he's doing it, do something about it. Because if you don't, it means your policies are not enforced, and you can fuck off, basically. Yeah. I don't know the details on it. I'm not going to bother. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any other notes other than the really basic skill thing. And the level up points. Your first level up job and first level of base level should be at the same time your NPCs are talking about them. So either rearrange them so they're earlier, or level up later. Either one's fine, but both are valid options. I think those are my only notes, other than and then the tomes, the job manuals, and the end of tutorial be at a job location that you can choose. Yeah, that's what I was saying. But no, like whenever you're talking about base level, whenever you're talking about base stats and distributing stat points, that's when you give a base level. And whenever you're talking about job level and job stats, that's when you do that job level. Though I think you don't start off with stats already in your thing anymore, so that might actually be something that needs to be higher up anyway before you do any combat encounters. Before combat encounter, talk about stats and distribute your stat points. And then I can do a stat point check to make sure you've consumed some stat points. Even if it's just 1 point missing, you should at least put one in. That's why the first monster's reimplant. That perfectly fair. Yeah, that. I did see that the first monster was a reimplant. I meant before you fight the thief bug, make sure your stats are, which I believe they are, if I remember the order. That green plant dies, talk about stats. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Undo. I just flipped those dialogues somehow. Yeah, you already did that, so good job. And then where do you allocate points? You can reset them later. Maybe mention it's free. Maybe mention it's always free. And then also probably add a okay, in reset trigger, which very good, thank you. Probably here add a force them to put their stat points in before they fight the thief bug. I don't see a forced here. After 9th dialogue box, after talking about stat points, you don't actually do a stat point check here. It would just be if stat points is less than 48. Is it 48 or 42? Whatever your base level is at this time. I don't know if you gave a base level yet. No, wait, you gave a base level here. You gave a base level afterwards. Which, it's fine to give a base level afterwards because you already talked about stats by that point. So I think you talk about... Yeah, so it might actually be fine to do it there. It's like 12:15 already. Yeah, wait, hold right for the explanation. Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah, and let's do that 2-1 instead of 2-2. And then talking about 2 types of levels, fine here. Base level, stats, points. And then, yeah, so like just, don't worry, you can reset them later. Probably, actually, we can probably do it at this step, actually, 9th dialog box. We go ahead and distribute some stat points. Using Alt-U, whatever it is, Alt-U. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you can write the dialog there, but do it right here. And then just add a check. So while stat points equal max, repeat here. Yeah, so that one will repeat. Close that. Is there anything not not this related? So I'm gonna look for things. I'm not gonna start decoding this right now. It's gonna take too long. I'm not gonna have enough time today. That's one of those things I want to sit down and do, like, entirely in one go. That'll give you some time to work on those notes, add extra little details. We can also start prepping tooltips. We can also start prepping tooltips. I'd have to, let me grab the tooltip file real quick. Minimize this. Minimize these. Open this. Nothing else for now. Okay. Data. No, it's not data LUA. It's system tip box. Book will be either a call script or a book item, one of the two, and that'll depend on tip boxes. If you can call a tip box in a book file, let me actually grab a book file real quick. Ein, sex, key, set. A book. What is a book we can use? Oh my god, so let's go ahead and grab. I already have it. That's what the IDs are. Extract, close, delete, file, save, close, and then we need to data, book, open file, and then I need to grab that format that he said earlier. He sent me earlier. I think it's gone by now, though. Yeah, it's gone. I didn't copy it either. Shit. PLV, you still there? Would you mind sending me the tooltip for books again? Thank you. No. Never mind, PLV, if you're there. Okay. And then we will do alchemy solution, save, minimize. We need to close that, open this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then that is item 7127. Item 7127. Read What do I do? Oh, yeah, it works. Okay. Yeah, so we can, in fact, put the information in a book. So stats, AGI. Yeah, and these stats already exist, so. And apparently there's a tooltip bug right here. Apparently luck. Is that luck that's missing? Oh, tooltip list. Okay. Yeah. And definitely put that in there. So we can write a new book for this. And by doing it like that, doing it as a... Yeah, unfortunately. We can also remove, like, reset the tip boxes and just put custom ones only as well. I do need a piss. So I think I'm going to run an ad while I do that. And when I get back, I'll work on something in my to-do list for like an hour in my in this list. It's not gonna be long enough for Star Gladiator, so we can't do that. We're gonna skip these three. Don't worry about. Actually, I won't worry about anything on this list. Runeterra open patched. I think I still have some work to do on that, so I'm not gonna mark it as finished. So I still want to do the city guards, the treasure. The current book not yet started on customs is already... That is very long, sir. I don't know if there's a file size limit. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure there's not, but we will definitely find out. If you want, I can add a book item to the game and not put the book information, just into the GRF, by the way. Oh, that's right. We can also spread them over tooltips anyways. If you want, I can add a book that's not actually in the GRF that you can edit and play with if you want. I would just need to add the book item to the client. And then put it in the data folder. Okay. I'll remind me to do that later. Maybe after I get back in the maybe I can do that after I get back in the bathroom. Where is running ads? Go ad free. No, I don't want to go ad free. I want to run an ad. Create a dashboard. Monetization, ads. How do you fucking run an ad? Stream manager. There it is. Okay. Be right back. Looks like I still have like a minute of that, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat some more of my donut. Okay. Let's go ahead and add a new item book. Close. Close. I do need. I don't remember which file it is. First, we'll go to import ItemDB custom. And then we want to grab etc items. Samurai manual. These are at the bottom. You can hear them? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, wrong button. Gaming. Don't worry about this stuff. You don't need to worry about what it is. I'll work on some scripts. Ageless name. What did you call the book again? Oh shit, I closed your file. Class promotion, Tome of Golden Knowledge. Okay. Well, was the Tome of class promotion still going to be used, or is it going to be? Or you want both still? Both still. Okay. Tome, not tomb. Those are different words. Okay, close it. Okay, and we will do this. Class promotion. And then knowledge. 4. More than knowledge. Tome. Class. First. Tome. Knowledge. List. No, we won't call it list. We'll call it NB. We'll use NB because there's novice stuff. So novice tome of knowledge and novice tome class list. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, yeah. Plenty short. Now add O before tome. Oh, worked on me. Okay. Okay, so we need to grab a book. So let's see, that was 7127, right? Yeah, solution guide, copy. And that was 51082. 51082. And 51083. And 4. 51083, 5108084. We can always change the sprite, but I'll use the sprite for now. Ow. Gotcha. Let's see, terminal close. Hold on. That's this one right here. Terminal class progression. And then tome of worldly knowledge. There's a file that tells you which files are booked, so I'll have to look into that real quick. Save, and then save, and then I need to find out which file that is real quick. 1 second. Sex, key, load, set, and then it is it a data file? Book item name res table, is that what it is? Yeah, that is what it is. I found it. Okay, and extract, and delete, and file save. And then I think I'd open this file with regular Notepad. I think it's one of those files. Which means you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but fine. Save, close. I'll show you. All it is a number and a hashtag, so. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save that file. And then we need to create a text file for each of these books real quick for the client, which would be open file location, copy paste, 51083, copy paste, 51084. It's a 5, not a 4. Thank you again. Thank you, my fingers. There we go. And then open this. Tip box. I need item name real quick. Save. Knowledge. Save. Okay, there we go. The titles are not proper. Close. Those will be just inserted into the thing as a editable for you. I'll leave them blank for now, and then once they're done, they'll be deleted out of the data folder and moved to the GRF. That way you can edit them on the fly as you want. By the way, you can also edit the tooltip on the fly as you want. You don't have to. That doesn't require anything from me because that's in the system folder. So that doesn't actually require me to do anything other than send it when it's done. Okay, close this. Close this. Okay, that thing is added. Let's go ahead and make sure the items are added. So let's go ahead and start the server back up, start the client back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then grab another piece of donut while I wait. Yes, the tip box. I'm a lard ass. Get off my lawn. I've eaten half a fritter. See. Okay, and then I need add item. 4, and then... Aren't you, like, super light? Also, where's my logo? Where's my logo on there? What's that in retard units or freedom units, as we like to call it? And then read book. There you go. Total class promotion and tome overall knowledge. Okay. Both books are done. $5,200. You're not fat at all, like by any means. I'm 5'11", 175. I'm 181 or 182 centimeters. Oh, you're trying to lose weight. I wasn't trying to lose weight at that point. I maybe put on muscle, but not lose weight. Those are different things. I'm fit, so my job's very physical. So when you're working physically for like 8 hours a day, you stay pretty fit. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Cutting snacks and doing more exercise is fine. Potatoes and cucumbers. Do you bike or do you transit with the bus / trolley? Train, I guess. Okay. Awesome. Hello, PLD. You do both? Okay. I thought you biked, but I wasn't positive if it was you. I haven't biked in a long time. I need to start swimming again. I miss swimming. I used to do it all the time in San Diego, but now that I'm up in fucking Oregon, I do it a lot less. Mostly because they don't have as many public, like, pools here. And San Diego has the Olympic Training Center, which was a great place to swim. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at my notes real quick. Okay, I'll by the way, I'll push this patch. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a lot. 46 miles a week? That's a lot of cycling. Yeah, when I was in college, I would walk about 5 miles a day back and forth for school. Both uphill both ways, actually. Ironically, uphill both ways, because it was uphill the first half and downhill the second half. So. Let's see. What can I do? There's a couple. Yeah, I walked. I didn't bike. I biked in high school. And then I did some mountain biking post-college as well. But okay, so there's the status DB update, which I will definitely need. That's a big one. Honestly, that should be up here. It's fucking high priority. And this is a sub duper for that. There's a couple MVP mechanics right here that I was looking at adding. A, steal targets max HP and increase your the boss's damage based on how much HP they steal from you. So basically, the tankier the enemy, you are, the stronger the boss becomes offensively. That seems like very, very rough, though. That could be very dangerous, though. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm fully aware. So that's why it's still in the notes as potentially really dangerous. You'll push heal on Mage Tank. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, like I said, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't mind. I don't mind bosses that destroy certain classes. Like, if there's a boss that destroys tanks, fine, whatever. If there's a boss that you cannot play as, like, captain against at all, sure, whatever. Like, that's fine. Or anti-ninja boss, like, sure. How hard is the spider, by the way? I haven't gotten any feedback from you guys on the spider boss. All I ever see is, oh, it killed me. From, like, the weaker players. Okay. Because it has stealth. So it will just be invisible and just jump at you and kill you. And you're dead by the time you look up. Which I think is very funny. It's basically a jumping spider. Yeah, it's Spider Chariot, right? Yeah. And then another skill is store incoming damage during the cast. And at the end of the cast, do that much damage to everybody. So it's basically like, stop attacking me. Which is an anti-DPS check. Yeah, so these two mechanics right here, I can see them being useful as tools. I don't know who I'd put them on, but I can see them being useful as tools for me to make bosses more interesting. Spell update. Combo. Come at me indicator. Did I give come at me an indicator already? I think I did, right? I made it cast provoke on everybody who hits, right? Yeah, its dex is really high. Its attack is low in stats. It is not low in actuality. It has multi hits. It has a bunch of other things that give it more attack power. Because it casts the shotgun skill, which gives it more resistances and attack damage. It has random gun skills on every auto attack. So sometimes it shoots you and it's using a shotgun. Sometimes it's using a rifle. So its attack variants change. Yeah, it basically has the gunslinger passive, but it switches guns on every attack. Yeah. Its attack per second is high. You also don't want to group. If you stand in a group, you're going to fuck yourself up. You can potentially fuck yourself. It's immune to burn, immune to poison. Has a self-heal. So it does immune to poison and burn heal it. And if it's not poisoned or burned, it will cast self-heal. It will cast repair. So you want to poison or burn it. Obviously, that's not told anywhere, but one of those things that's really hard to explain. There were some other things about the boss that was fun. Let me pull up his database real quick. Import MobDB, MobDB, MobSkillDB, spider, giant spider, palm spider, giant spider, frost spider, palm spider, mech spider. There it is. It's not when it starts repairing, doesn't matter. You just see the heal. But you want to probably make it talk when it's not poisoned and not burned. Yeah, its defensive stats are low. I intentionally made its defensive stats low because of its skills. Let's go ahead and grab its skill list real quick. God, this is so fucking hard to read. So, it casts Cloaking, Giant's Growth, so it's bigger, and its HP is bigger, so it's misleading. It casts Ricochet Bullet, which is the Gunslinger skill, Teleport, High Jump, the Ground Trap, Hammer of God, Shatter Storm, Dragon Tail, which is just high jump but AoE damage. This is a special ground drift for it, where it just throws a bunch of ground drifts on the ground randomly. Quick Fire Shot, which requires the tail this thing to trigger, which is just double hit. So if double hit triggers, it automatically trigger. It can basically do burst damage to you. And Repair, it casts self-repair if it doesn't have any primary status effects on. So if it doesn't have bleed, burn, poison, silence, stun, there's none of those, it can heal. But it has zero resistance to poison or burning. Completely vulnerable to those two, but they heal them instead. NPC Extermination, a Trap, Adjustment, Giant's Growth, and Ricochet Bullet again. So like its skills are not that ridiculous. It does an explosion at 30% HP every 15 seconds, and then its stat wise, like its defensive stats aren't that high, but it has Adjustment and Giant Growth. Yeah, so it's tankier than it says on paper because of those two things. I forget how I did the reverse healing for it. I think it's actually about that, yeah. Ideally, you actually want burning, not poison. Burning just less damage. So preferably you want burning, but I gave you two options. Also, Assassin is bad here. Deadly Poison overrides poison. Deadly Poison does more. So you don't want to use EDP against this boss. Well, you still want the EDP because the damage output, but EDP also heals it double. I thought Deadly Poison overrides poison. But it just stacks? Okay, sorry, my bad. I think, it might be the visual only that overrides. I think you can only have one of those visuals at a time, even though they're the same visual. But an entire category of visual, I think, is all one visual. That might be what it is. I know there's something about overriding in the code. Also, it doesn't have any summons, so it's a one on however many you have fight. And its HP is not nothing, but fucking 9 million HP before. It's not fair. Also, it goes invisible. So it goes invisible and then jumps on you out of invisibility. It's great. It's absolutely amazing. I love watching it. Yeah, I know you as a player, if you know it's there, you can deal with it. But if you're just farming the area, was it Crobat was dealing with it, and he kept complaining that he kept getting fucking murked because it kept going invisible and being like on the other side of the map by the time he saw it again, and it would just jump out at him and kill him. Yeah, we did go through the tutorial design doc. Fair. The doc's looking good. It's a few things that need to be done. The tutorial is now going to be instance based. Not removing. We're getting rid of you leveling up a useless skill point. Yes, I'm talking about the goddamn Mech Spider. uh, the Mech Spider is great. I love it. I think he's a fun boss. Yeah, I haven't gotten any feedback outside of it other than, am I willing to? I have my own server, Joe. Yeah, yeah, it's a great mob. It's thematic. It does dumb stuff. Uh, and it's got like really cool mechanics. Like it heals itself if it's not under status effect, and it's not immune to 2 status effects. So like you can prevent its healing outright. Its damage is a little scary sometimes because of its 20% amp from adjustment, and its HP from yeah, it's a full custom job thing where we just went over a design document for a new tutorial. Yeah. To say everything is functional, it feels like pre-re, but everything is customized. The only thing that's not customized yet is, I know there's something we're still missing. I think mouse spawns are not customized too much, but that's not necessarily they're pre-renewal locations. Preformers are going to get a full rework, yeah, but that's not about mechanically. Martin Dance are already buffed, by the way. Yeah, they can already move faster without Link. They can cast offensive skills while dancing. They can do some other things. They already have some buffs, but they're not. Yeah. I nerfed some of the more problematic ones, yeah. Wolf, Spore. But the main appeal of the class is aggro is still vanilla. I think aggro is actually lower on the list than Dispel's almost vanilla. Dispel's not quite vanilla, but it's not reworked to where I want it to be. But we have anti-dispel stuff at least. Or an anti-dispel thing. Also share drop. Oh yeah, and he ignores reflect, so. Oh, that's also a problematic thing. Yeah, fair. Yeah, most of those have been adjusted. Not necessarily removed the delay spawns, but both. So I will code iron stuff, but I will stop and answer questions and do things based off what people like Athena need or something like that. That doesn't happen as often as it used to. When I first started, there'd be like entire streams where I was just coding things for other people. Also, I do code. If I ever take code request, one of the code requests I do is I like coding, paid coding request. If I ever take paid coding request, I ask if you want me to do it on stream or not. Because I can do it on stream, you're more likely to get cheaper, significantly cheaper, if not free. Because then it's a teaching opportunity for other people as well. And everything, all my VODs are saved on my channel, so for anybody to watch later. RO is not hard to code at all. Depends on what level of coding you're talking about. You're talking about item scripts, easy as fuck. If you're talking about NPC scripts, depending on what you're doing, easy as fuck. If you're talking about source code, usually not too hard. You just have to understand like basic logic for the most part. I do a lot of source code editing for fun. Yeah, like I have like 2,000 custom skills. I wasn't showing anything. Sorry. I was thinking. But yeah, I have like. Go to definition. Let me start. Let me go to the top of my custom skills real quick. Yeah, so custom skills start here. No, here. Yeah, custom skills start here. They go to. Those are scrap, so they go to there. So 1,500 lines of custom skills. Oh, I have, is it 11 custom jobs? 13 custom jobs. There are 5 first jobs. Oops. There are 5 first jobs. There are each with a second job and a trans. I only count last jobs for my count, by the way. So that's 10. Then there is Necromancer, Valkyrie, Druid. So that's 13. I completely reworked Gunslinger, so it's got a full class tree. Completely reworked Ninja, so it's got a full class tree. Completely reworked Star Gladiator, or not completely reworked. Tweaked Soul Linker, so it's got a second job and a new thing. And then Star Gladiator was reworked, but needs a second path because the first rework is... No, it's completely reworked. Star Gladiator is a completely new class. The first pass is not right, both because I did things wrong due to bugs and because of potentially design decisions. Noel wrote that one, but wrote the design for that class. And then I need to do a pass over on some of the custom classes still. Like I need a repass on Captain. I need a pass on Bard and Dancer. I just use fucking Visual Studios. Yeah, just Visual Studios. Yeah, Visual Studios, Notepad++. That's all you need. You also need Notepad occasionally for client files. There's like 5 client files that if you edit them in Notepad++, they break. And yeah, he's a walking encyclopedia. He also like has been around for like 4 years. Actually, no, fuck, it's been longer than that. Holy shit. It's been like, Jesus Christ, dude, I feel old. Oh my god. I know. Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait. Shit. Oh my god. Yeah, I just do this. I stream like... I try and stream every week. I took like 2 months off streaming and doing any NER coding. I coded on like beginning of June. Released like 2 patches in June. Let me check my patch note dates. And then I took like a break. I did some coding of another project, like not RO related. And then I started, my last patch was June 26th. And I've had a patch like on the list for like ever. Yeah. Those happen less and less nowadays, no. Except for some reason, that one skill that is just disabled because I can't fucking fix it. Yeah, I was moving too when that happened. Yeah, so right as I'm getting ready to move to a new state, moving across country, their server decides to get a crash, and that's easily reproducible. And I don't have my PC set up, so I can't even fix it. That was fun. Okay. So what was I working? So yeah, I haven't gotten much feedback on the Chariot though. I know, I couldn't even disable it. That's what was even funnier. It's like, So it's just like, well, you guys are getting constant resets and farming bosses. I know it was intentional from somebody. Because I can still see the logs and stuff like that on my phone. I just couldn't do anything about it. Shiryu. It might have been Jackie. I know I banned Jackie for like 2 weeks for abusing a bug exploit, and I think they stopped playing after that. Was it Jackie? One of them. It was that the group that was playing at the time with them. One, yeah. Guard. No, it wasn't Guard Elo. I also nuked Fly's account because Fly and somebody else was using a bug with rosaries and had infinite gold, infinite Zenny. They literally found and they were botting with it. So it's like, okay, which is one of the reasons why Dismantle got removed. Well, Dismantle didn't get removed from that. Dismantle got removed later because I'm tired of Dismantle. I want to replace it with something else. Speaking of which, if you have an idea for what to replace Dismantle with, that's great skill to replace. Oh yeah, Blacksmith reworked. I don't know if you're still there, Joe. Disassemble. So we can get Elu and Ori. You can go farm Elu and Ori. How about that? Mining Instance should fix it, but who knows when that's going to happen. The darkness paper. Oh god. Okay, let's see. So we got those items added. I'll send those to the client patch next patch. Let me take a look at the patch. What we did. So we buffed Steady or fixed Steady. Fixed Wolf having job bonuses. Fixed Reflect Shield for Phalanx. Fixed Viking skill. Updated Draconair. Fixed Heart of Creation finally. And a bunch of item adjustments. What else can I work on? I want to maybe like 30 more minutes. I could just end stream early, but Yom. Is it? No, it's not Joachim. It's I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Joem or Yom? Depending on where you are in the world. Y or J. Orc face in town. You know what? Let's do this. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing. Let's go ahead and do Orc face is killable in town. Why not? That's a fun one, right? So let's go ahead and hide it by plus. So we need to first find where players can kill each other, which is either duel or PvP or GVG. So we'll do MF_PvP. Entire solution. So we'll find map flag PvP, final references real quick. Okay. There is a lot of references to PvP, 54 to be exact. We don't need a hide. Oh, there we go. PvP off. We don't care about @command ones. These are specific skills that do different things in PvP, yeah. Oh, calculate PvP rate. Skill battle damage, PvP, BL skill, PvP. Status, PvP. I'm looking for PvP off. Let's see. Can't enter map. Gain EXP. Mob CP. PvP no EXP. Map flag KS. Map flag V2. Map flag VS. Map flag. MF Battlegrounds. These are more map flag settings. I think these are all map. Okay. Have a good one, Noel. I will catch. Yeah. Relax. Have a good day. I'll probably start work on Wednesday on this. By the way, probably push patch in the morning for the upcoming patch, and then work on tutorial for the following patch. If you want a time frame on when I'm going to start, I think this tutorial is pretty high priority and probably needs to be before some other things. So we can test it and all that. Yep. Peace out. Have a good one. Mode message. Map priority. This is what I'm looking for. Check target. Oh, fun. That's fine. If you don't finish your adjustments, I can probably do some of them on my own as well. I think this is where I need to be for the code. For the targeting. Yeah, check target, battle check target. And then... so we want to be in... Not calculate damage. Not calculate skill damage. PK damage. Check target. This is what I want. I want check target, but is that the only voice it is? Map property. Show attack cursor. Oh my god, that... The fuck is this bit of code? Like, look at this. Look at this goddamn mess. Yeah, let me know. Have you one. I don't know if you're still here or not, but peace out. Okay. I don't care about map flag. I care about SDBL. Cliff map property. I don't think this will work. I didn't know there was no lock on thing. Interesting. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so bit shift 0, bit shift 1, bit shift 4 through 9. I mean, I understand the code, but also, like, it's not very readable. Because functionally this is doing an if check, and then adding 1, adding 2, adding 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, etc., etc. Using a bit shift of this. Bit shift 0 is 1, bit shift 2, bit shift 1 is 2. If you don't understand that, you can think of it as a row of light switches where each light switch 0, light switch 1, light switch 2 is a different variable, and that way each one can be a separate on or off. I don't think I need to be here, do I? Yeah, because there's no... Maybe here? Problem is this is really hard for me to test. If 80 state killer. Actually, let me good enough. Killable, final references. I could always do SD check, edit this variable. Basically treat it like this variable right here. If SD state killable. And then we'll do if SD sc.count and then SD. Oh wait, I have an SC check right here. I actually don't have to do yeah, I can just do SC. Wait, target BL. Yeah, target BL. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. And then SD is target BL. Okay, yep. If SC and then SC get SCE SC workish. There we go. Okay. Copy. And that's it, right? Okay. You are now killable as Orc-Face in town. Fuck you if you are ugly. Okay. That's so fucked up. General. Hopefully nobody clips that. Orc-Face now killable. Should I make it killable always or only killable in town? What do you... I don't know who's here. What do you think? Should I just be like, hey, if somebody gets hit by Orc-Face, turn PvP on for them? So make a boss Orc-Face everybody and turn it into chaos? Oh god, that's so bad. I want you to party. Also, here's a boss that turns everybody into Orc-Face and you kill each other. Does the map server even yes, it does. The map server... So... Yeah, just like if you do @killable and if you were to type @killable or @killer, it's the same thing. Okay. Make it town only. Okay. So let me check map flag real quick. I need to grab... wait, wasn't there a map flag right here? Oh, there's a map flag. And if map flag mf underscore PvP real quick. MF underscore town. But yeah, your status is updated every time you update your status. Period. That's how that works. I should probably do an SD check here as well. I don't think any summons can get hit by Orc-Face. I don't think Orc-Face affects anybody but players. Let me double check. Find all no, not find hierarchy. Find all references. Find all references. Jesus Christ! I misclicked twice. That's why you don't click. That's why you use notepad. Really? Just that's it? It didn't do anything? Okay. There's a definition. Ah, wonderful. Yeah, so Orcish is literally just client side. Neat. So yeah, SD check. There's no like non-player check, so technically any summons can get Orc-Face as well. It just doesn't render. I wonder what happens if you Orc-Face a Ninja Clone and stuff like that. Fucking Orc-Face your homunculus. By the way, this right here won't trigger for your homunculus, technically. At least the tongues will attack the player because the SBL is going to be the master. It's going to be the actual damage causer, which is the master in this case. That's funny. I always forget about the karma system in the game. Close this. Close all windows. Build solution. Orc-Face is now killable in town. So yeah. You know what? I kind of want to add something else to encourage murdering of Orc-Face, but I won't. I'll then be like, here's +1 karma if you kill an Orc-Face. Let's not do that. That's a little too much. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at my list again. Kill Orc-Face in town. Save. Let's go ahead and show my list again. Yeah, so you guys see what I'm doing. Looking at. I don't want to do Forge Gear right now. That's actually a really complicated script. I want to move status update to here. I don't think the status update is probably higher than that. Okay. Move this one. This is part of this update. Dispel update. I'll just include dispel update as part of the status update. It'll be one change. Do it all at once. Remove need for alt merchants. Auto event rework. Mob move cast ability. How bad would you hate this one right here? Give mobs move cast. Like sages. Just mobs can walk around and cast things. Okay. I don't see anything I want to work on that's within my time frame right now. Anybody got anything? Any questions or anything they want me to talk about? Either talk about or do. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and can I even run an ad? I was gonna say run an ad in stream, but yeah, you know I can't run an ad for another 3 minutes, so by that time I might as well just end the stream. Min's not streaming yet, right? I can always raid him, but I don't think he's streaming yet. Which, no, he is not, and there's nobody else streaming. I would want to raid anyway, so. The Druid NPC? What Druid NPC? The Druid NPC to pick your thing? That's also source code. It's not just an NPC. It's not hard to do, but I could do it. Also, I don't want it to be an NPC. It would be a cash shop thing, as I said before. I can add it though, as well, and then I can change just set the variable to 0 later. Let's go ahead and do a import NPC custom private. Okay, 1 second. Let me. I need to do set summon. Set summon skin. Copy this. Paste. Enter. Druid skin. Druid skin. Okay. And then we want to do final references. I'm doing it right now. Fuck it. So. Might as well add an at command as well. Druid skin. Not druid skin, druid skin. Druid skin ID. Oh wait, I already said it's set to summon skin? I can technically leave it the same actually, because they don't have any summons, then they don't have that aren't just a summon that they can summon. I would probably not do summon. Okay, so let's go ahead and skip these. These are all the see, Druid skin. Okay. Alteration. Okay, and let's see it build real quick. Build the solution, see if there's any errors in that. I think I got everything. Oh, I have some errors. Attendance database, what? Ah, it's... what? How the fuck did this file change? Oh, did I break, no, that's right. Druid skin, paste. Druid skin, paste. Yeah, that's the same, okay. Good definition. Yeah, that's fine, if I save. What? Yeah, build solution. Why the fuck did that crash? Or is it building to spite those errors? Let's find out. So all I did was add the summoning skin. I built this already today, so. According to this, the only thing I changed was this and the other line. Yeah, okay, it's successful, okay. Whatever. Okay, I guess I will, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then waiting for server to start up. Okay. At job druid. At J level 99. At all skills. At heal. I need to grab the platinum skill real quick. So. Yeah, the only negative about having platinum skills as your default skills is at druid skin 100. Yeah, we'll do 102. Obviously, you guys can't type this, so you guys don't normally see that. Okay, I am now pouring. If I got druid skin 1001. And then F9. What? That's not the daily rewards. That's the loyalty shop. You weren't here for it, were you? Somebody was bitching that they had to walk one cell in order to talk to it. Yeah, someone bitched they had to walk right here to talk to it. Or was it one further? It might have one further. It's like right here. Yeah, there it is. They had to walk like right here to talk to it. So I went ahead and put it in timeout and then gave it like a 10-second passive aggressive dialogue thing for them. Where they had to you had to like click through a bunch of dialogue, and then I also gave it a chance to fail. So you get all the way to the menu what you wanted, you select what you wanted, and she'd be like, "Sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention," and you just start over. You know, it's like, and made them deal with that for a couple of days. Originally, it was because it was right here, right? It was on this that little wood piece. I am, and then originally they complained about it, so I moved it right here into the void, and then I decided to be more passive aggressive and put it here in timeout. And she said something about I'm in timeout. Someone was complaining that I was in. Actually, I might have the script still. Let me check. Private rewards, daily rewards 3. Yeah, so I've been put in the corner. Actually, let me show my script. Hide RO. This right here, language C, C++. I've been hit in a corner and given extra dialogue. People didn't want to walk a little bit further. It's just to inconvenience. So, just to inconvenience you. Here, wait 1 second. 1 second delay. You know what? Inconvenience you further. Here, wait 5 seconds. And then a 50% chance. Sorry, I stopped listening. What? And then start over. Yeah, this is after you pick your option, by the way. You want to complain to me? Don't complain to me about shit like this. The NPC you should talk to at most once a day. Yeah, I thought it was funny too. So now she's just sitting in the corner with her. I should move her back. You know what? I'm gonna move her back. I think this would be funny. /where 30/100. Okay. 30/100. I did 2. Save. Reload script. Oh, no, wrong way. So it'd be 6. Save. There you go. I moved her back. Even further, though. I forget who even complained, honestly. I generally don't remember who complained. Okay. Close. I think, though, I'm going to call this a day. Is there anything else you want? Okay, I didn't actually add an NPC yet. Let me add an NPC real quick. Let's see. I need... where should I put it? Job. on where is Ulfer language C. Let's go ahead and put it in Runeterra at warp Runeterra. Let's see. Alt thing. Maybe put it in the mine. No, not in the mine. In the camp. Yeah, I'll do rune camp. At rune camp. Not. God damn it. At warp rune camp. Okay. /where. And then I need. Let me grab a hat NPC real quick. Because those have the quest. Repeatable. Various hats. Those have that. Close. Paste. The job is job underscore Ulfer. Lycan. And then I need to check for let's see, we can go ahead and hide RO real quick, because I'm going to put them right here. Hide RO. And then move this back to my main screen. So let's see, we'll go here. Let's grab their location real quick. Rune underscore camp, comma, 66, comma 125. 6, we'll do 4, which is facing down. The actual disguise didn't matter. We're going to replace it right here. We can get rid of these right here, I think. I'm not going to use those. He's just going to be a female, what's it called? And then we don't want generic quest stuff. We don't care about this. We want to do a copy open. If no skill, have some dialogue. Mess, PC name, comma, close. And then otherwise, we will do a, what was the command I used? It was script SCP. It is set druid skin. Okay. Set druid skin to. Let me grab the skill list real quick. Vital references. There you go. That's the list of skills. What does it? 110 1022 dot mob list set array dot mob list bracket close, and then we're going to do we want to create a dynamic menu off of this, which would be dot at menu equal to doot, and then dot at I for dot at I equal 0 dot at I is less than get array size mob list dot at I plus plus, and then we want to do a dot at menu plus equal. Then we're gonna grab the mob name, which I'll check how to do in a second. And then plus a bracket, so it goes to the next one. And then we want to do select. This also menu needs to have a $sign at the end because of string. Because select menu -1. Mob list. And this would be add druid skin right here. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then and this would be close 2. Technically, I don't need to close 2 here. Technically, I need to do this. It doesn't actually matter. Close. There you go. Because once you select it, it pulls it in. Let me go ahead and grab script commands real quick. Doc script commands, mob info, the English name, which is mob info 1, str mob info 1, str mob info, type is 1, and the ID is moblist.ni. There we go. Technically, I don't need to do this here. Then technically, I don't need this or this. That could be one line. The for loop's not doesn't have anything else in it. Save. And reload script. Oh yeah, I need to change her to female name. It was blank. Why was it blank? Oh. Dot mob list. Save. I need a female name. What's a female version of Jacob? Yeah, reload script. Werewolf, I guess, to prepare. Hillwind wins. Jane, sure. Jane works too. Jane. There. And there are 2 hill lions on this list, so there you go. Let me actually add plus. Let me add the mob ID real quick as well. Save, cancel, reload the script. Okay, so you can actually see the mob ID. So Hillline. Oh, and there's 2 more back here. Okay. These don't have mob IDs. I could always auto-generate it down here and then manually generate the last 2. Let me see that actually. We'll grab this, we don't need to randomly generate this every time because that's pointless because it's already set. And then we'll grab this right here, menu list.1. Get array size -2. And then the last two I need to rename. So let me go ahead and check what they are real quick. I believe this one is, Eleanor. And I need the name for them as well. And Miguel, okay. Okay. Okay, plus equal. No, I think I spelled that right. Eleanor does have an ID. It's 60s52. No, it's fine. I can just use Eleanor. So it's already set. And then Miguel. Miguel? Is that right? How do you spell Eleanor? Or not Eleanor, Miguel. Miguel. I somehow spelled that right. Okay, I am genuinely shocked. Also, they don't have IDs because they don't exist yet. Technically, Eleanor I can fix, I think. Let me actually check something real quick. Let me open up MobDB again. MobDB. 6052. MobDB. Find next. Yeah, there's no name. That's why. Give it a name. There we go. And then the other one is Miguel, which doesn't exist. Okay. What was the ID on that? 2346. 20,000, 20,600, 20,600. And I'm looking for 20,300. Oh shit, I need to go up actually. 20,300, which would be here. Ofer, 20,300. Let me grab the agent's name real quick. MD Miguel. And the name is Miguel. And save. And technically this doesn't need to be here anyway, so we don't want this up here. Let's get rid of this real quick and get rid of this and this. Save. At reload MobDB at reload script. This one's still not right. What? Eleanor. Oh, is it because it's a? It's because it's a mercenary. It should still have a name. What was the other one you said? At Galenus or? Yeah, let me take a look at that munch real quick. 923. Okay, Jesus Christ. There's no way I have that one. Oh my God, I do. Okay. I guess the order is changing. Save, and then reload script again. Eleanor's a different color though, right? I was very confused how I didn't transform right there. Yeah, this is the gold one. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll let you transform to the gold one. Whatever. Good enough. There you go. Gallinus and Eleanor will probably both actually be tied behind Cash Shop. I'll probably do a couple of like the basic mobs in here permanently, but the other ones will move to Cash Shop at some point. But I did get rid of all the ones you said were bad. So like all the bulls are gone, all the bears are gone, other than Zipper Bear. But no, one of the bulls is still there. Maybe I left it in there for flavor, I don't remember. Yeah, probably going to remove Edgar, probably going to remove Atros, Scarab Queen, Miguel, and Genesis, and Eleanor, and leave those ones as Cash Shop. Miguel. I am now Miguel. Fear me. How scary is this monster anyways? I've actually never looked at this monster. Let me go to Divine Pride real quick. Divine Pride. Miguel. Miguel, monster, Miguel card, 8.6 million HP. Oh yeah, in case we do, we will add, actually we will be adding Homunculus as his future, so. What's his skills look like? Heal, Bomb, Endure, Bomb, Night and Break, Earthquake. Oh, he's an MVP, okay. Immune property. Then drops Miguel card. Oh yeah, he is an MVP. Okay, cool. Inflict 20% more damage with critical attacks. Minus 10% resistance to all damage. Oh, on shoes. 20% crit damage on shoes is not bad, actually. Eleanor and Player 2 Eleanor. You're not wrong. Also, this fucking class is so good. Oh, it's defensively so good now. And they are just so tanky. I have more HP than a goddamn Centurion right now. If you combine it with the transformation. It's like, here, you have 70,000 HP. Huh. That might be interesting. Sorry, me. Yeah, Druid, yeah. Druid is really tanky. Fucking, they're such a good tank mage. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream. I think Min's... Even when... Yeah, Quagmire... Well, the thing is, Quagmire is cheap. It's good. It's usable in both forms. Like, they benefit from it. They're as long as you are building. What's the name of the skill? As long as you are building fucking Beast Stride. If you don't build Beast Stride, Quagmire still fucks you up. Yeah, and you don't get agility for the first level of Beast Stride either. So. Also, I fixed the stats. Before you were getting plus more, you were getting more vit, and you were tended last that before in wolf form. Your vit and agility were not swapping, so those got fixed in this patch. Let me add patch notes for this. Talk to Jane in Rune Camp to Terra Camp to pick transformation now. Otherwise random. So you can still you'll still naturally get randomized, but actually should I randomize it by default, or should I actually is min streaming? Yeah, min streaming. I'll rate him in a moment. Yeah, I don't know if I should. My bad. I don't know if I should make wolf only default and let you pick, or do random. What do you think? I think I'm gonna switch it to always be wolf form actually. Yeah, there is merit to both. One, you get experiment with both. The other one, you get a pick. You know what? I'll leave it random for now. Yeah. And we'll just let's do it random for now. Okay. Let's go raid mud real quick. Yeah. Also, people will see other players, so that the last part is less valid. You can see, you'll see other players. Oh, how do you transform? Oh, you can go with this NPC. So I think I'm actually gonna leave it as consistent, and then val1 equals this, close, and then we will close off those two lines and then save. Yeah, so I'll set it as a wolf form werewolf only for initially, and then we'll go ahead and raid mine. Have a good one. I will be streaming again later this week. I wanna starting Wednesday. I'll probably work on the tutorial, the new tutorial system. It's gonna probably take a couple days, so I'll probably just stream it all. Give you something to do. I'll stop by and say hi to him. Peace out, guys. Have fun in his stream.